Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this right here is the 21 questions, part 5. Yes, 5 weeks we've been going strong with this. I want to send a big shout out to everybody who been participating in the 21 questions and also sending in their thoughts and ideas, what is about relationship, children, dating, or just things going on in the world. But I want to say thank you and kudos to everybody who basically submitted their questions. And like I said, this is part 5, and I'm just trying to see, how long can I keep this thing going. And also, I'm gonna take this when I get the live stream up and running. We're gonna also do this with the live chat where we'll have me also with other people going back and forth and basically just giving dialogue and just talking about things that's on our mind and things that we sometimes ponder and wonder about. But we're gonna start it off just like this. Question number 1. Seeley, CJ, CG, Martin, Know the Lead Show. Hi, thank you for speaking your truth. I love your cast. It speaks on all levels for everyone in truth. My question that I would like to ask of you is, would you ever date or be involved with someone who with a disability that is shown and not covered? May you have a blessed night and thank you for your truth. Yes, of course. I mean, just because a person has a disability does not mean that they're not worthy of love or that you shouldn't love them or be with them. And I'm like this, if you can't be with somebody just because they might be in a wheelchair or because they might have a foot chopped off or arm chopped off. I'm not trying to be fun. I'm just saying it like that. But if you refuse to be with people just because of their outward appearance, then you with somebody just because of how they look and not for their heart and what and who they are as a person, their character. So until people grow up and mature, you will have folks that will still do those things and pass on true love, where you can get somebody with two good working legs and two good working arms and still whoop your ass and treat you like shit. Excuse my French, but that's just the way it is. So love and beauty is in the it's in the eye of the beholder, if you will. So like I said, you could get somebody that's fully healthy and beat you down and treat you bad and make you mad, or you can get somebody with a few disabilities or might be handicapped in areas and treat you like a king or a queen. But to each their own. But for me, no, I don't see anything wrong with that. And also, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. You can let me know. Seeley Martin. Thanks for the question. Number 2, April Jackson. Know the last show. Have you been hurt in the past? Yes, we all been hurt in the past. So I'm thinking that you pretty much mean by a female. I would say this. I was more let down than hurt because, like I said, I don't put too much trust in man because man will let you down every time. So I wasn't too much hurt because I'm the type I prepare myself first. That way, if I start seeing things going left, I'm already prepared for what they call the underhand. Where it's gonna be some fake stuff going on, and when things happen, that way it won't hurt me as bad because I already prepared my heart, in my mind for what this person gonna do. It's kind of like expecting something. Like every 75 years they expect Haley's Comet to come around. So it's just like expecting a check on next Friday. If you expect certain things, it really don't bother you that much. It's just just the antagonizing ordeal of having to go through what you're going through. But yes, we all have been hurt in the past, and yes, I have been let down, but I haven't been hurt. I have been hurt worse by other people, but never that much by a female to the point it just destroys my mind. I don't give nobody that much how can I say, that much space in my heart because it's like what's the use for it? Because people, they're so unpredictable. They like the weather. One day it could sunshine, which mean they could be happy. They can be joyful. The next day it could be thunderstorms and cloud, which mean they be ready to fight you or ready to just tear your stuff up or what have you. But yes, we all has been hurt. And April Jackson, thank you for that question. Number 3, I think your name is Tiffany. It says Tiff, always on top. 1. So my question is, with all the stuff that you report and all the things that you see in the news, do you ever lose your faith in humanity, and do you think good people still exist? No, I don't lose my faith in humanity, and yes, good people still do exist. You're talking to one, and it's quite a few other ones that's on YouTube that tells people the truth. That pretty much open up their house and their homes to people. Anytime somebody open up their home to you, it's basically like them opening up themselves to you, because a lot of people are private. I am also private. That's why a lot of people like, what's this? Or show us your house. No, I'm not gonna do all that. This ain't MTV Cribs. But yes, good people still exist. And like I said, you're talking to one, because I consider myself a good guy, and I can be mean if somebody make me, but I choose not to even go there, because I just cancel them out my life. I don't have time for that no more, going back and forth. People going back and forth with each other over certain things, and it's hard to keep your faith in humanity, even though I still have my faith in humanity. Hearing about all the wars going on, wildfires in California, flooding in Houston, flooding in Florida, people coming up missing, chemtrails, food messed up, So it's really kind of hard to keep your hope. Your hope and faith in humanity. But at the same time, if you can look beyond the surface and know that there's a better day coming, and that you're not here just to be here, and that it's all a test, that would give you some leverage to make it through these troublesome days that we are facing. So I hope that answers your question also. And my advice to anybody, there are good people. See, if you look at the world as more evil people than bad people, that's already a defeat on your part. I tend to look, there's more good people than bad people, because if there was more bad people, true, there's a lot of things going on in this world. I know a lot of you all thinking that, well, if that's the case, why a lot of stuff going on? Let me explain real quick. It's the good people that keep it at the level it's at, because trust me, if it wasn't too many good people here, sin and evil be just running rampant everywhere, and would none of us be safe. We wouldn't have no way of communicating. It'd just be a outlaw society. So yes, good people still exist. It just, we have to know the good ones from the bad ones, because a lot of people wear masks. A lot of people wear masks when it's not even Halloween. It'd be February and March and May, and they got on these masks, trying to trick you into believing they are something which they're not. So you have to watch out for that also, because you would think that they are good, when really the whole time they're a wolf in sheep clothing, and they are bad. So I hope I answered your question. And Tiffany, thank you for your wonderful question. Number 4, Rosie Dance Like You Live It. That's a nice name. What are the best ways to approaching the dating scene while being safe? Because between your videos and ID channel, it's terrifying to take a chance or risk your life trying to date. Well, my approach for approaching the dating scene while being safe is just to know the type of people you're dealing with. If you're interested in a guy, and for the guys, if you're interested in a female, look beyond the Facebook pictures, look beyond the Twitter pictures. If you're trying to take this person out to dinner, or if you're trying to cook over your house and have them over your house, I feel like this: if you trying to have somebody over your house, or if you're trying to be around them, you need to do background checks. Not saying you got to go pull up police reports. I'm saying, try to dig into who the person is and try to study their character, because number one, you don't want to waste time, even if they're a good or a bad person. And number 2, you want to make sure that this is the person, that's not going to put you in kind of harm's way. They're not going to try to sit here and say, well, you took them somewhere and raped them. Or for the fellas, this is not going to be a woman who you take somewhere and all of a sudden she's going to say that you jumped on her or something like that. So you always want to be safe who you're around. And yes, the ID channel shows a lot of things, but all of them are true. I show videos I show all kinds of videos, number 1. But the reason why I do that is to show people that, the people that are closest to you are the ones that hurt you the most. Mostly every video that I have done, well, 90% of them are the people that's closer to them, whether it was a relative or whether if it was a husband or a wife. It's always somebody closest to these people that's hurting them. So I just put those videos out there to keep the people aware of what's going on. That way they can notice the signs, because there's always signs, like they say, warning before destruction. So yes, the best way to approach is just to be safe. Just don't tell everybody everything about you, because if you find out somebody want to know everything about you, what's your PO box, what's your social security number, you might have some problem. Like, why do you want to know all this information off top? Shouldn't you get to know me as a person first? What does my social security number have to do with me as a person, my character? So I hope that answers your question. Rosie Dance Like You Live It, nice name, and thanks for asking it. Number 5, Raphael Harwick. Trey, how do you handle pressure? I want to know, because I feel like I'm being pressured into having sex. To me, it's not that big of a deal, because I'm trying to finish school, and that's my main focus at this moment. So am I wrong for thinking like that, or am I spotting on? Thank you in advance for answering my question. Well, it's like this. Nobody shouldn't feel pressure into doing anything they don't want to do, unless getting up taking care of themselves. Now, if somebody pressuring a person to get up and take care of themselves and provide for themselves, that's not pressure. That's the person telling them they need to stand up and be a man or a woman. But it's different if a person trying to pressure you to having sex and you don't want to have sex. There's no law, no rules written down that says that you have to have sex with somebody. If you're around somebody and she's trying to pressure you to have sex, no different if it was a woman. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop with these double standards, because women always get the edge up on everything. Like if it was a woman saying the same question that you were saying right now, people would say, well, no, she shouldn't do this. But if it's a guy, they make it sound like, well, he weak or he this or that. No, I admire you for, number one, for having the courage to say that. And if you feel you're not ready to have sex with this person, or you want to keep your mind pure and stay focused on school and what you have going on at the moment, that's exactly what you should do, because sex open up a lot of doors. You know, what if you and excuse my French, what if you get with somebody, you know, the sex good, and then you stop focusing on school so much, you stop focusing on trying to further and advance your career, then you just be all up under this person all day long and losing sight of what you're trying to do as a man. So I hope that answered your question also, Raphael Hardwick, and thank you also. And don't let nobody pressure you to do anything, you know, unless it's a life or death situation, and then you have to question it then. But thanks for the question. Number 6, Mika Cooper, what do you think about the fires and missing people in Cali? Well, the fires, number one, I believe are set up by man. I believe they're set by man, because it's all about how can I say this, population control, at the same time economic development control also, because the way you keep a nation of people down, you make floods, you make hurricanes, you make this stuff that cause these catastrophes. That's whereas the people have to keep rebuilding, because if you have a nation of people and they all getting money, they all building, you know, what the government to do other than try to with the other little tactics. I hope you all get what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is this right here, is that you have people that goes out intentionally set these fires so these homes will burn down, so these people will lose their property, so they can push these people out. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like they're trying to push everybody into the middle of America, if you will. And we will see that if we live long enough, probably within the next 50 years, you know, if we all still be living or whatnot, you will see a lot of drastic changes. But it seemed like on one coast from east to the west to the north to the south, they trying to push everybody inward, because you have floods all along the southern region, you have fires, earthquakes all along the western region. On the eastern region, you have floods also. Then on the northern region, you have floods and ice storms also. It's like it's just a goal just to push the people into America. And for us, the missing people, we already know a lot of these people are getting abducted for organs and to be sex slaves, or just to be a sacrifice. But it's a lot of evil things going on in this world. But my advice to you is just to study, you know, and keep studying also, because the more you dig, you're going to find there's more truth hidden, you know. So I hope I answered your question to your liking, but at the same time, I believe these fires are started by man for economic control, and also for to keep the population control also, because you have a lot of rich people with huge mansions. You got thousands and thousands of them. And the way you put these people back in poverty, if they don't have insurance, or if they don't have a huge account somewhere, is what you destroy everything they have, and they have to start over just like anybody else off the street. So thanks again, Micah Cooper, you know, I think it's Mika, for your question. Number 7, Chris Page. Trey, what's up? What is your thoughts on the FEMA barges in Houston, and would you go to one if you didn't have any shelter? The FEMA barges in Houston to me ain't nothing but floating fortress. It's nothing but a floating fortress. It's nothing but a floating prison, a jail cell. And hell no, I would not go. You know what I'm saying? Just like the old sign say, you know, when people out there protesting, hell no, I won't go. I'll be somewhere sleeping outside. I'll be somewhere in the damn woods, because I'm not finna go to any goddamn thing the government tell me to go to anyway. Now, y'all can do what you want to do, but for it's me, I'm not going. You know, and people might say, well, why? Explain. Well, I'm explaining right now. You will have to be a fool to sit out here and go on the water. See, if they got something on the water, what can they do with that? They can send your ass off in the middle of nowhere and wouldn't even have no trace of you. Because it's not like your kin folks going to be in Utah or California where they could try to track you down. Now, who's going to go out there on the damn water trying to track people down? You know, they have all kinds of advantages and reasons why they do the things they do. But as people, we have to look inside of what they're doing and why they're doing it. Why do they have a barge on the water? Why can't you put something on land? That's a sign right there. That's a red flag right there. Why can't you build something in I'll say like in past Tyler, up there by Wichita Falls, Dallas, Plano? Why can't you build uh subdivisions there for these people that don't have any shelter instead of putting them out on the water? What, you trying to ship them off somewhere? Think about it. But hell no, I won't go. And I advise anybody that's listening, don't go. And if you got somebody there, tell them to get their ass off that damn barge. They're going to be messing around floating in the sunset somewhere. You ain't going to never see them again. But Chris Page, thanks for that question. Wonderful question. Number 8, Coella Gamage. Hi, Trey. My question is, how do I deal with silent haters and persistent silent stalkers when the cops won't do shit to help or nobody got your back? I'm tired of moving from place to place, state to state to get away from these idiots. I have no association with no one. I mind my own business and haven't done nothing to cause them to stalk me. But they do. I want to move out this country away from everybody because I can't find a decent guy and I'm tired of fighting to live peaceful. Why am I always being targeted by men and women and I don't even know them? What's a woman like me to do? How do I stop this shit? Everyone knows I'm single. Could that be a part of the problem? I also forgot to mention I can't get a restraining order because they are silent stalkers. My thing is this right here is what you should do is, number one, reevaluate what it is you're doing, because evidently you're doing something to make these people come after you, stalk you, or whatever you have. Now I got some stalkers on the side too. You know, like when I post certain videos, it always be this little, you know, I ain't got to say it because I'm not even finna give them the glory right now. But a few other people notice it also. You could talk about Jesus, you could talk about church or whatever, but it always be somebody on the side, instead of liking it, they dislike. I'm like, okay, so no matter what a person do, as soon as you put something up, you'll dislike it anyway. Just like on this one right here. Watch, you'll see, because I had a few people tell me that. So to me, that's a silent stalker, because I don't spend my time on YouTube waiting for somebody to upload a video just a thumbs down. I can give a damn less about it, you know. And there's plenty of videos I come across that I don't like. I don't say nothing because it don't bother me that much. But to a lot of people who are what they call full of shit, you know, and who are miserable, because you have to understand, misery loves company. And people that are miserable, that's their job, J-O-B. Just like you go to a regular job, they have a job to be haters. Like Cat Williams said, that's their job to hate. So I don't get mad when a hater do their job. I don't get mad when a stalker do their job. Long as you don't bring your hot ass around my house or around me or threaten somebody that. Yeah, but long as they don't come around me threatening people I love, I mean, I'm good. But what you should do is, and number one, part of you being single is the problem. But you said you have it for men and women, so being single ain't the problem unless, you know, you have women that want to be with you, and also it's natural for the man want to be with the woman. I mean, that's human nature. But if you have women stalking you, maybe it's out of jealousy, or maybe just, you know, you just that woman that they just envy, because you have women like that who hate another person just because she has a prettier face than them, or because she has real hair, she don't use weave, or maybe she have a bigger ass than them, a bigger breast. Women hate on different women for the littlest, stupidest shit, and so do guys also. Guys will hate you just because you talk better than them. Guys will hate you just because you look better than them. Guys will hate you just because more women respond to your videos than them. You know, so I just let them hate. And my advice to you is, if you don't want to get a restraining order, get a peacemaker, get a toaster, get a burner. I ain't talking about the kind you put bread in. I'm talking about the kind you put hollow points in and slugs in. You know what I'm saying? Make that be your restraining order. Like I say, they can hate all they want to online, but if they come around you with that BS, you put something on their ass that they mama can't get off. You give them something that the mailman can't deliver. You feel what I'm saying? So, Coel, I hope that answers your question also. And let me tell you something. All around the world, like Tupac and them said, it's the same song. And I ain't trying to be funny. What I mean by that, you have people over there in Germany hurting. You have people in Australia hurting. You have people in Africa hurting. You have people in North America hurting. South Korea, everywhere. The world is a ghetto. So no matter where a person goes to or run to, you're still going to have problems. You're still going to encounter haters. So, you know what I do? I advise everybody, poke your chest out. You know what I'm saying? Poke your chest out. To your women, you ain't got to poke them out because some of y'all already out. But at the same time, that was a joke. But at the same time, you know, poke your chest out and just be bold with it. You know, be brave with it and stand up. You know what I'm saying? Tell them haters one thing: kiss my ass, and mean it. And every time they respond, KMA if you want to just use an abbreviation, or just go the full route, kiss my ass. You feel me? But I hope I answered your question, Coella Gamage. And once again, thank you for that wonderful question, and deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Deal with them haters. They gonna hate you whether you're broke or whether you're rich. So make them hate, baby. That's your job. Make them hate. Thank you. Number 9, Phoenix Wayne Rainwalker. Question: did you get my kiwis when you went to the grocery store? I forgot. Laugh out loud. People are actually bold enough to ask about wood. Yes, they are. And I ain't talking about the firewood or the chimney wood. Yes, they are actually brave enough to go there. And you know, I have people ask all kinds of things, because anytime you put videos and you put yourself out there like that, you're gonna have people coming from all walks of life, coming all out the woodworks, asking you every damn thing. You know, from how big your damn shoes is, because I guess they still judging men on how big the damn shoes is, which is a complete lie. Also, you know, that's just like saying just because a guy big, he has a you know what I'm saying, a big penis. You know, if that's the case, every damn wrestler couldn't even fit they wood in they damn trousers, if that's the case, or them speedos they be wearing. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about the size of the person. You feel what I'm saying? But yes, they are very bold, and I just get a good laugh out of it. I don't never call them out or anything like that. You know, because you know, I hear this online, offline, or whatever else. So it's just funny to me. But anyway, Phoenix Rainwalker, thanks for that question. Number 10, honeycombs. Okay, honey. Trey, my name is Georgia. I sometimes have a fear of change. How can one overcome the fear of change? Well, number one thing you could do is be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable with yourself, because evidently it sounds like that you have a hard time, you know, with new experiences, going new places and trying new things. You have to get out your comfort zone. See, you're probably the type that stays home a lot. You just go to work, come home. You probably don't socialize too much with too many people, or go different places. My advice is just to get out, you know what I'm saying, and free yourself, and relax your nerves, because it's not always good and healthy to stay cooped up in a house all day long, because you'll mess around and lose yourself. And when I mean that, I don't mean by going cuckoo crazy. I mean, you know, you kind of feel standoffish. So that way, when people do come around, or if you're trying to go do something, you had an anxiety. That's why a lot of people get anxiety attacks, because it's like something new or something that they feel they can't control. So my thing is this: just try to get out, whether it's going for a long walk and thinking. You know what I'm saying? Talk out loud to yourself while you're walking. You know. Think and meditate, because you know, change is good. You know, sure as we live, we gonna die. So through the process of this life, we change every day. Look at you. You're not the same you was as 20. You're not the same as you was 10. You're not the same as you was as 5. You know, we are here to change. You know, the problem with humans is that they refuse to change, and they stay the same, you know. So change is good. In Honeycombs, Georgia, thanks for your question. Number 11, Monique Walker. I know we're only supposed to ask one question. I have been single for 8 years. I was engaged to be married, but through pre-marriage counseling, I knew things wouldn't work. But my question is, how can I prepare to start dating? I'm 36 years old, and people don't date like they used to. I'm kind of nervous about the whole thing. Don't want to be single with cats running around. Thanks for your advice. My advice to you, for as the dating scene, you know, depends on, number one, where you're located at. In these dating apps, you know, some people that work for like a, you know, like 0 to 100% chance of successful rate for that. I would give people a 10% on these dating apps. My thing is just to go out to a nice, you know, restaurant, you know, go to the mall or something, you know, and just see, you know, what it is there that you may be interested in or whatever. But at the same time, the dating scene is kind of old in some people's eyes, which is not to me, because, you know, the dating scene is what keeps the relationship going hot. You know, whether you're taking somebody out to eat, whether you take them to a movie, or just going for a ride or a picnic. People don't do things like that no more. They think having picnics and stuff is quote unquote gay, or, you know, you're some weak type of guy. No, it's not. You know, who wouldn't like to go out in the outdoors and eat with their loved one or somebody they're interested in? So, you know, to each their own. But, you know, you said you've been single for 8 years and you was engaged to be married. So what happened to the marriage? You know, that would be a good question to ask also, because maybe that why you feel the way that you do right now. If you was engaged to be married, but through pre-marriage counseling, you knew things wouldn't work out. So you and the guy wasn't compatible, and how long did it take you to figure out that you all weren't compatible? Because to me, I know right off top if we're gonna make it or not by first things, you know what I'm saying, that a woman says. If you say certain things, I'm smart enough and have enough wisdom to know if that's gonna line up with what I want in my life. See, and one thing about your life, you don't have to live it for nobody else. You live it for yourself, which means that, if you know what you want out of life and this person is saying they want this, they want that, they want this, it's your job to sit up here and say, well, can I provide that? Can I do this? Can I live with that? And if you can't, let it go. If you can, be with the person. But for the dating scene, just take it one step at a time, and trust me, there's somebody for everybody. And it's not necessarily that you're looking for love in the wrong places, but it's just the fact that you need to be you need to understand it is what are you looking for? Are you looking for a husband? Are you looking for a friend or what? That's a question you need to ask. But also, if you will, I know it's kind of private, but you said you was engaged to be married. So what are the reasons why you didn't marry this guy? It have to be a reason why. That's would be a good thing to add also. But anyway, Monique Walker, thank you for your question, and if you want to answer that, please feel free to do so. Number 12. Hey Trey, Hollywood is said to be satanic because it often promotes and attempts to normalize more degradation. Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein was recently exposed for sexual misconduct. Insiders said his behavior was an open secret for decades, which it was. No doubt, he was probably considered one of the elites, which he was, who could misbehavior with impunity. The scandal appears to be orchestrated. Do you think something sinister is involved, or is this simply a power grab? Well, number one, it's both. It's something sinister, but this is what happened. Harvey, being who he is, being connected to the elite of Hollywood, being connected to the upper echelon Jews, because that's who run Hollywood. I don't care what nobody say. Evidently, he pissed somebody off. He made somebody mad. It either goes two ways. Either he made somebody higher than him mad, or he made somebody with as much equal power as him mad, or he was too sloppy with what he was doing and too many people started talking about it. And all those was the cases to me. I think it was more of the latter one, the second one, where he was being real sloppy, just like in the mafia. When you had these mafia guys, it don't matter how much work they put in, how many people they kill. The moment they start running their mouth and they doing stuff to people and being sloppy, you got all these people saying such and so over there doing this, or this person doing that, this person doing that, and it's floating all around the internet, YouTube. They got videos all over YouTube and on the internet of people talking about certain things, even though they didn't really mention his name on it. Certain people hinted at his name because a lot of these actresses and actors knew the price that they would pay off with your head. If you talk about these people in these productions, you'll wind up stinking somewhere, which means dead. So yes, it is a power grab, and it's something very sinister because it's all satanic. And he pissed somebody off that's equal to him or higher than him, and being very sloppy, because there's no way they would allow this man to run amok for 30 years if it wasn't that type of party. So yes, he's getting what he deserves, and they just pretty much tired of him, because what would happen if you have a Harvey Weinstein? What would happen? He would bring the whole industry down, and all his secrets would be revealed, because you can only stuff so much bullshit in the closet. You see what I'm saying? Before that closet can't hold no more. So to keep the whole thing intact and keep it running like it is, they sacrifice him. He's the sacrifice right now. So that's pretty much what you see. And number two, do you think Weinstein would get the Cosby treatment? Hell no, he's not going to get the Cosby treatment, because number one, Bill Cosby involved with these people also, but Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC back, I think 90 or 91, and they were like, oh hell no, we're not going to let this black man buy no major news network. You're not going to do that. So paid him some visits. He pissed a few people off. He started telling the black kids about how they dress and the stuff they listen to, but at the same time he's involved with this what you call, quote unquote, the hidden hand, which means that his hands weren't clean neither also. So they had all these women in the background, because they got something on everybody, from R. Kelly pissing on people to Martin Lawrence saying some stuff on Arsenio Hall that he wasn't supposed to say. A lot of y'all like, what did he say? Go look at the video. Martin Lawrence tells truth on to Arsenio Hall, and the list goes on. Everybody has something on them. That's how they control these people. Whether it's blackmail, extortion, scandals, you're cheating on your husband or your wives, or involved in these satanic cabals. That's pretty much what it is. So I hope I answered your question, but no, Weinstein would not get the Cosby treatment. You already see right now they don't even dog him out all over MSNBC, CBS, and ABC, Fox like they did Bill Cosby. You know, you don't see too many memes of Weinstein like you did Bill Cosby. Had Bill Cosby, Pill Cosby, like he was Kobe Bryant dunking a Quaalude into somebody champagne glass, all kinds of crazy shit. But anyway, thanks Karen G for that wonderful question, very thought provoking. 13, Barbara Fitzgerald. Trey, please answer this question for me. Do you feel it okay to feed a 53-year-old man that refuses to buy food, but he always the first one to sit at the table to eat someone else's food? Hell no, I don't buy his old ass no goddamn food, because I'm gonna tell you like this, like the good book say, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. And if you damn sure don't go buy no food, you damn sure ain't gonna eat at no 53. Now I can see if you a child or you a kid, you know, or even a teenager, you can't work. But once you become a man, goddamn it, it's time to stand up and be a man. You know, don't nobody have no business feeding a grown ass person who don't want to get up and feed their damn self. And that's the problem that we have a lot now these days. People don't want to do a damn thing for themselves, but the moment you tell them something about themselves, they figure you dogging them out, you doing them wrong. No, you doing me wrong by making me feel like I got to feed your overgrown ass. You see what I'm saying? And what you should do, if you see him in your refrigerator, tell him to get the hell out the refrigerator. You see him in your kitchen, tell him to get the hell out your kitchen. You see him eating some of your damn food, slap the damn bowl out his hand, you know, and go get it how you live. Go get your own damn food. But no, do not, Barbara, do not feed no 53-year-old ass man. He ought to be somewhere on a restaurant or trying to feed you, or if it's a friend of yours or whatever, feed them. But no, nobody should feed no grown ass man or woman, for as that matter. And Barbara, thanks for that question also. Number 14, Ja M. Trey, I respect your dialogue fully, but I would like your view on grown boys that use the word possibility on a regular. My bestie continues to place her life on hold for these grown guys that continue with possibility. Example, Penelope asked her new, I ain't gonna say the word though, boy, you know, boy, to a company Halloween. He said it's a possibility she texted him back with she had to reserve by a certain time. And he sent okie dokie. He'll see if it's possible. Trey, yes, we are grown, and maybe I need to mind my business. Aquarius Moon here. Big shout out to the Aquarius. But it hurts me to see her waiting around on a boy that wait until the last minute and text not available, but you free to come over and spend the night. Sorry, Trey, disappointed, frustrated friend here. Well, this a guy that's pretty much eating high off the hog also. It's just like, why pay for the cow if you can get the milk for free? You know, because if she's already letting him come over there, you know, get the cookies, stay the night and all this other stuff, what the hell is he going to sit out here and take her out to dinner for and all this other stuff? He don't want to do that. He just want to come over and spend the night. Is he ever late for coming over and spending the night? Do he ever not show up? Of course he don't. He's always there. You feel me? So that lets you know right there what he's after. He's after what's between your legs and not what's in your head or your heart. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to tell your friend, if that's your friend or even if it's you. But you need to tell your friend that, you know, this guy is basically a user and he's using you, and that you need to keep your legs closed, because he's not going to do a damn thing for you because you already gave him everything for free. You know, and to some guys, that's enough. Some guys don't want to take you out to eat. Some guys just want to lay their hammer down. I'm being for real. Some guys just want to do that, and some women do too. It ain't just guys. Some women want to do it too. But if you allow this to happen, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself, because you know, being a grown person, unless you somewhere, and I got to say it, unless you somewhere with Down syndrome or mentally retarded, you know damn well if somebody using you or not. So she knows off top that this guy full of shit, but a lot of women fall for that, because a lot of them would rather have nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather have a nothing guy than have no guy, you know, so they'll put up with just a little bit just to say they have this, you know, instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying, let him go or find something better, or, you know what I'm saying, just leave the whole situation alone. But if she's allowing all that and he's spending the night and he's not even taking her out to eat or anything like that, I see why, because he's already getting the full benefits, you know, of being with the woman. So why do all this other stuff if she's not going to demand it? But it's a very good question. But Jayim, thanks for that question also. Number 15, Sharon G. Hi, Trey. Sorry for asking this so late after Tuesday. Who should pay for dinner when it involves unwed couples? Is it always the man's responsibility? Nope. Or is it the females if she is the one that asks the guy out to eat? Nope. What about going to the movies as well? Thanks in advance for your answer. Sharon from Raleigh, North Carolina. Big shout out to all my people in North Carolina. No, it's not necessarily the man or the woman responsibility. You know, a lot of people say, well, the man should pay. That's true to a certain extent also, but I believe it's like this. You know, on the first date, I believe a man should pay. On the first date, you know, whether the woman asks or not, I believe a man should pay. But after the first date, it's like, okay, I'm gonna see if you're gonna pay for something. You see what I'm saying? Not to say we try and challenge each other, but don't nobody wanna front the bill the whole time. Don't nobody wanna pay the tab the whole time. In the way you can see if a person really is compromising and they're willing to meet you halfway, if you already paid for it. Just say if you paid for dinner the first 3 times you took them out to eat. You took them out 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, had a very good time. Okay, you're going out the 4th time. And the guy done already paid the first 3 times. So what you should do, you know, even if the shoe was on the other foot, just say if the woman paid the first 3 times, what you should do is see if that person going to offer to pay for the 4th time, and then that will let you know, okay, this person right here is not too compromising. This person not going to sit up here and try to even meet me halfway, knowing damn well I'm paying for these meals. You know, you have to run some what I call a shit test sometime on people. You have to really see where they at. You know, but don't be nobody fool just to have them in front of your face, you know, eating off your dollar. You know, this a back and forth situation. That's why when you ask, should the man pay for the dinner first? You know, I'm like, no. Or is it a female if she is the one that asks the guy? No, you know, it just depends. It just depends on a person, the people, because different strokes for different folks. But if you find yourself paying for the food or anything for that matter more than the other person, y'all not even married or anything like that, you need to reevaluate your situation and find something better to do with your money, because you're wasting it. And anyway, Sharon G, thanks for that question. Number 16, Tracy Hubbard. Sorry so late. Dear Trey, my name is Tracy. I am from Missouri. Big shout out to Missouri. At age 55, I represent one of your elder fans. I am one of your #1 fans. Well, thank you. And I am very impressed by your wisdom and advice that you give on your platform. Thanks again. My question is, do you feel as if a lot of the sad cases that you cover would not be going down so frequently if the black community were getting more vested into receiving mental health services? Good question. As you know, it's mostly frowned upon in our community. Thank you. Love, peace, and hair grease. God bless you for all that you do. Well, yes, you're right, because a lot of people run around in the black community with mental problems, you know, from what's been passed down through slavery and everything else. That's why the whole black family, the structure is destroyed, you know, and we have a lot of people undiagnosed running around with schizophrenia, bipolar, some just loose and crazy as hell. And these people, we see them all the times, laying out on the side of the store, talking to themselves, but there's no place to put these people at, you know what I'm saying? But if you go across town, these people got homes that they put in. Now, sometimes the state would pay for it, or the parents of these people from the other side of the tracks, if you know what I mean, they have money to send these their loved ones to go get help and reevaluation. But in the inner city, 90% of the families don't have that type of income to help their loved ones out and try to get them diagnosed by a professional or shrink, you know, send them to psychiatrists and stuff. They barely have enough money to pay the rent. Some of them working 2 and 3 jobs just to pay the damn rent, and still have to catch the city bus. But yes, it's a lot of cases go undiagnosed, you know, and we all have people like that in our family that need some type of help. And, you know, due to due to the amount of cash you have and due to your resources, you're not able to provide these people with the adequate amount of help that they need. So we have to deal with these people. We look at these people, you know, a lot of them be in our families, you know, whether it's your brother, your sister, your mom, whoever, cousin, whatever, or you can just walk outside and see it. But yes, it is a lot of people in the black community hurting, and it's been hurting for the longest, you know, until we learn to heal each other. Things are going to stay that way, because you will find once people are destroyed like that, where they have no history of themselves, they don't have their language, their culture, their folk ways, or their morals, you wind up living in a hellish society, a hellish world, where you would take on different characteristics of other people, thinking that that's the way to be. But to people who cannot cope with that mentally, you know, it throws them off track. That's why we see them talking to themselves. That's why we see them just crazy, just flip out. 1 minute they this person, 1 minute they happy, 1 minute they sad. And it's for a lot of reasons, but it goes all the way back to slavery, from how people of color has been treated in this country and how they has been treated all the way up to this day. And to a lot of people, you have to understand, everybody don't have the same mind capacity as me and you. A lot of people can't take as much pressure as me and you. That's why a lot of people can't do maybe what you do or what I do. Everybody here for a certain reason. But yes, it is a lot of undiagnosed cases in the black community, and we just need to vest and put that energy back into each other and try to help each other. If we can't help each other, we just need to leave each other alone and stop hurting each other. That's what I have to say about that. But Tracy Hubbard, thanks for that wonderful question. Number 17, Jay Young. I got a question. How would you get over someone you love that acts like they don't love you back? Even when they swear they did, how you get over that? Only excuse I get from her is life is too hard, but I've been there for her through a lot. I'm bitching, but how you just bounce back when the only person you trusted in years turned their back on you? Well, that's a question right there, number one, that would take time for you to hear. What I give you the answer right now, the pain is still in your heart. So it's going to take time for you to get over that. It's just like, having a broke leg. Just because the cast come off doesn't mean the bones are still healed. You know what I'm saying? Which means your heart, evidently you still sound heartbroken. And, I'm very sorry that happened to you. But, the best thing to do, man, is just to get away from that person. Don't have any memories of that person. You always going to have a memory in your mind. But if you have pictures, throw them away. Because a lot of people still have pictures of people from their past. Relationships from that past, whether it was a fiance, a husband, a girlfriend, somebody they can't get over, and you will never get over it if you can't do the first simple thing is throw that picture away. Get rid of every memory, physical memory possible, because you ain't gonna get away the mental memory of them. You gonna have it in your mind. You can't get rid of that. That comes over time, but no matter what, that will still be there. That what makes who you are. But just get out, try to meet people, and just try to look, just try to look toward the sky. Just say, man, that person wasn't the one for me, and I'm glad that this person showed me, because I'm sure it's something that you can learn from that situation also, just like it's something that we could all learn. And what I learned, even with the story I shared on my last platform about how I was trying to be right and still end up getting crucified, thrown to the cross when I was telling the truth. So sometimes you're gonna be damned if you do and damned if you don't. But long as you know that you tried and you did your best, man, look, let that be like water off your back and dirt on your shoulder, and just wipe it off and keep on moving. You got to keep stepping, because you don't want to get down in a rut and be heartbroken and feeling sad over a person who didn't give a damn about you. And I'm being real, excuse me, if that offends you. But Jay, look, you got to let that shit go. Find you somebody else. It's plenty of women out here begging for a good man, and I'm sure you will be able to find you a good woman, somebody who will love and treat you right. But if a person to give a damn about you, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm not going to give that person the power no more. I'm not going to give that person the victory over me, having me feeling, ways I shouldn't even feel when I did everything right, and that what hurts the worst is the fact that it's the people who really try to be with somebody that did the worst, and the people that treat their women like shit. The women love them. They dirty draws, and to the good guys, you tend to have it bad, because you can't treat them too good. You can't treat them too bad. You see what I'm saying? But if you got a woman like that, number one, she's mentally unstable. You need to be with somebody who want to be loved and caressed. Damn all this other stuff. But I hope I answered your question, Jay. And like I said, man, you got to just look yourself in the mirror, man, and just come to the realization she never was the one for you. She was there for a season. She came to teach you a lesson. Now it's up to you if you're going to learn that lesson or not. You can either take this as a learning experience, or you can make it break you. And trust me, if you don't learn, it's going to break you. So the best thing to do, like I said, get that dirt off your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Make it be like dirt on your feet. Just walk on by. Just keep going. And she going to regret it, because what goes around comes around. And she surely, is going to come back one day and tell you. But then that's when you supposed to stand up and tell her what time it is also, just like she did you. Thanks for the question, Jay. Number 18, Asada Shaheed. How do I overcome being awkward? I am good looking and smart, but I seem to always be the odd one. Super frustrated. number one, you overcome being awkward by being comfortable in your own skin. So it's something in your mind that make you feel like you the awkward one. Like sometimes we walk in a store somewhere, you know how you look down at your clothes or something, you just feel like, maybe my collar ain't right. Some of y'all women, y'all, fix your little dress or your slip or whatever else, it's something, it might be your appearance. You're like, okay, did I comb my hair right? Is it the back right? You're always gonna have them intuitions, them ideas pop in your head. But number one, just be comfortable in your own skin. And you said you are good looking and you are smart, so there's no need for you to feel awkward also. But unless you're around a bunch of dumbasses. Now, if you're around a bunch of dumbasses and you good looking and you smart, no wonder you feel awkward, because they looking at you like, what the hell is you doing here? So number one, where you going? Who are the people you're around? But love yourself and be comfortable in your own skin, because like you said, if you're good looking and you're smart, and if you're still feeling awkward, that's within you, and that's something that you should work on right there also, is to learn to relax, exhale, like the movie Waiting to Exhale. Relax, it's gonna be all right. Rest your nerves. That's all it is. You all right, because you already defeated the other part by saying that you are good looking and smart. So you shouldn't have no need to feel awkward unless you're around a bunch of ugly dumbass people. Then you should feel awkward then, because I would also. But anyway, Asada Shaheed, thanks for your question. Cherie Outburst TV, where you come from? Number one, not to be funny, I come from my mom, but no, I hail from Texas, Houston, Texas, Sugarland, and that's just where I'm from, man. I say that all the time. I'm a rep that H, and I'm a rep California to the fullest. I got love for everybody all across the world, America especially. But it's all about that West Coast and down south. And Cherie Outburst TV, thanks for your question. Number 20, Yvette Cargill. Hi, do you like nature and adventures like Zion, Utah, or camping? Yes, I used to like it a lot when I was young, but now I'm not too much on that, because I might take a walk here and there, but it's just too much strange stuff happening. I don't want y'all to cut on YouTube one day and have somebody doing a video about me. You know what I'm saying? They done found my ass somewhere in Yellowstone National Park stinking. Somebody done beat the shit out of me over all the stuff I done said over YouTube. But on the real though, it's just too much happening. It's just too much, always killing, people coming up missing, going on these nature hunts and stuff, ain't coming back. No, I ain't trying to do none of that, And like I said, when I was young, I used to go camping. I was in the Boy Scouts and all that. But I don't like bobcats, I don't like snakes, I don't like spiders. So I go for a walk, but me spending the night in camping, no, I'm not doing that. Now, especially not deep in no damn woods. Now, I ain't gonna do that. I seen Dreamcatcher before with Stephen King. I ain't finna do it. But Yvette Cargill, thanks for that question. And number 21. Precious Austin, what do you think about an older woman married to a younger foreign guy? Do you think their love would survive? Anything would survive if you nurtured and you watered it enough and you paid enough attention and love. Anything will survive. You could take a plant from outside that's almost about to die, that lost all its leaves, and withering to death, and put a little water on it, a little nurture, and guess what? That plant gonna sprout right back up and start blooming again. So yes, anything can survive. Now, it depends on how old the woman is and how young the foreign guy is. That plays a huge number also, but that's a big thing people doing now. Older women are getting these younger guys, because I guess, like they say, it might be snow on top, but it's still fire down below. But anything can happen in this world. I'm not gonna sit here and tell somebody that their love won't survive. It's what you make it. Love is just what you make it. Simple as that. And to everybody, well, Precious, thank you for that question. And to everybody, thanks for the question. Like I said, I will post a video up Tuesday. For the follow-up where you can put your questions in for next Saturday. But like I said, this is part 5 right here, and I want to thank you all for your wonderful question. It's probably one of the best one, because it's some hard answers, and I had to think a couple of times things to say, because these are some very good questions. Those are questions I like also. We don't have to be all just personal, we can be about anything, but thank you all for participating, and stay blessed, and I'm out.